Let's look at some more expected value problems. So in this problem, we're going to be doing a raffle. So this foundation is going to raise funds by selling 600 raffle tickets, and the prize is a car worth $30,000, and the raffle tickets are sold for $140 each. We're going to be asked several questions about this scenario. First, what are the expected net winnings? This is just asking us to find the expected value. So what I've done here is taken the probability of winning. There are 600 tickets and only one car, so the probability is 1 out of 600. And the money that the car is worth is $30,000. So probability times money. 1 over 600 times 30,000 gives me 50. Now remember, I have to subtract off the cost. So then I do 50 minus the cost of the tickets to give me my final answer of negative $90. And that's my expected net winnings. Part B. If the foundation had to purchase the car, what is the profit for the foundation? This is not an expected value problem. Notice the word expected isn't used. So I just need to think about this. The foundation is trying to raise money. They're raising money by selling tickets. That means that they're getting $140 for each of their 600 tickets. So I did 600 times $140 to give me $84,000. Well, if they had to purchase the car, out of that $84,000, they had to spend $30,000 for the car to give them a profit of $54,000. Last, what if the car was donated? So if the foundation had the car was donated, what's the profit for the foundation? Well, this time they didn't have to purchase anything. So if the car was donated, it's just the 600 tickets times $140 from each ticket to give me my $84,000. There's nothing to subtract because the foundation didn't have to spend any money. All right, let's look at one more example. In this case, I'm talking about insurance. So an insurance company is going to insure a home worth $200,000, and the annual premium, or the cost of that insurance policy, is another way of saying annual premium, is $650. So $650 is what the customer, the homeowner, pays to the insurance company. And if something were to happen to the house, the insurance company would pay out $200,000 in order to buy a new home. The probability of losing your home in a given year is 0.002. And for the purposes of this problem, we're going to assume you either lose your house completely or there's no loss. So we're not talking about just losing your roof and needing a couple $1,000s to replace it. We're talking about having to get the whole $200,000 because your house got completely wiped out in a tornado. So the entire $200,000. We want to know what the expected return is. Now on the homework, they're going to have us fill out a chart, and it's going to look like this. So here's our chart. They're going to give us this X and this P. Well, this X right here represents the money, and the P represents the probability. So first I have the probability of losing my house, and I have the probability of not losing my house. So I had to fill in the numbers part of this chart. Again, the first probability is the probability of losing my house. That was given to me in the problem. The second probability here is the probability of not losing my house. So we have to remember from our not probability section, to get that, I did 1 minus 0.002, gave me 0.998. This row with the X, that's my actual money. So I need to see how much money I would be making if I lost my house. So if I lose my house, the insurance company is going to write me a check for $200,000. But I need to subtract off that $650. That was my cost. This is a little bit different than the rest of the problems we've been working, but this is how my math lab is going to want you to type in their answer. They're going to want you to go ahead and subtract the cost at the beginning. So $200,000 is the total amount that I would get for my house if it were lost. Remember, I'm talking about the lost right here. And then minus the cost. Over here in not lost, I would get no money minus my cost. So that's 0 minus 650 to give me negative 650. Once I have my chart filled out, then my next step on my math lab is to actually calculate the expected return. So that's what I've done here. So it's my money times my probability plus money times probability. So I'm basically multiplying the first column, multiplying the second column, and adding those together to give me negative 250. Good luck on your expected value problems.